What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is the breakdown for Game 3 of the CDL Super Week Day 6. We're going to have the Los Angeles Guerillas against the Toronto Ultra, and this is going to be a very good game in my opinion. I'm looking forward to looking at this game. The lines are Toronto Ultra minus 245 and the LA Guerillas are at a plus 180. I feel like this team, the LA Guerillas, has a good chance of beating the Toronto Ultra. The Toronto Ultra just came from a loss yesterday against the Paris Legion of all teams. They lost 2-3 to the Paris Legion. So, this might be an indicator, that Ultra needs a little work, maybe in their hard points. Uh, you know, I believe that LAG has what it takes to beat them. They do have, the firepower to do it. I'm going to be breaking down the prices. And if you're watching this video for the first time, if you found my channel for the first time, basically what I do in this channel is I break down Draftkings prices for Call of Duty. Basically, for those of you who don't know, DraftKings or Daily Fantasy Sports, if you don't know what it is basically a way to bet on esports or just sports in general and making money out of it. It is Daily Fantasy Sports is a skill game, or Daily Fantasy Esports is a game of skill that requires you to make lineups with Call of Duty players, and you can wager money in them, and you can make money essentially watching your favorite esports. For my case, Call of Duty, you can make money watching the esport, being just an avid viewer and just, putting money on, great plays and taking advantage of matchups and pricings on DraftKings. So this channel is basically dedicated to like providing insight on like the DraftKings prices and the matchups and stuff, just talking about the matchups overall. So, it's a pretty good game in my opinion, like the daily fantasy platform, and that's what I like to talk about in this channel. So we're gonna break down the prices for this specific game today, which is the third game on the CDL's Super Week Day 6, which is Saturday the 27th of February. So we have both the Toronto Ultra, the LAG, and like I said, this is gonna be a fun game to watch. LAG has came from, or LAG's last two games were two losses. One of those was against the Chicago Optic, which is one of the better teams in the league. They lost 3-1 to them. They lost the. They actually won the first game, which was a hard point, and that's saying a lot because Chicago Optic is very good in hard points in Garrison, the Garrison map. They won that first one, and they lost the second game, the SND. They lost the control after that, and they lost the next hard point on Moscow. So they lost 3-1, but granted, it was to a very great team. The series before that, they got 3-1 by the Florida Mutineers. But I do think that sooner or later, the LA Guerillas, they've been showing that, they have like that, that fire in them. They can win a match. And I think that from all the teams that they have been facing, Toronto Ultra probably is that team that they can face and beat and, give their team validity and, credibility. And, I feel like this team does have the talent. They just need to get in sync with each other. They need to really start winning all their hard points, all their respawn games, and as well as their searches. I feel like for the Los Angeles Guerillas side, Apathy is a very good player. I really like Apathy because he's always a player who is going to, give you a decent amount of upside at $7,000. I really, really like his price. I wouldn't use him on cap. I just think there's other players on the slate, on today's slate, that have better value than him. That are better priced at 10,500. I feel like Vivid is a good price too. He has 7,600. Assault as well at 7,400. I feel like they're kind of cheap. All three of them, they're kind of cheap. So you can make some stacks where you stack all three of them, or you only stack two of them. Stacking is essentially when you put just two players of the same team or three players of the same team and the same lineup. hoping that they're actually going to either sweep the other team or go 5 games and just accrue like a lot of points. So essentially, those are my favorite plays. I like Silly as well. I just don't know I'd pay 8,600 for him. I think there are other players with a higher upside at that specific price or even lower. You know, so for the Ultra side, it was very unfortunate that they lost yesterday. They they lost to Paris, and honestly, I think they choked. They really they choked, and that's what happens when you choke. You lose to teams that you have no business losing to. Toronto was very dominant in the search and destroy. They beat game 2 of the series they lost yesterday. They won 6-0 in the search and destroy. So they're a very good search and destroy team. Um, uh, for the control, they also won 3-0. So, for those games that involve limited life, they are very good for that. But they lost both hard points, and then they lost the last search and destroy. So that was unfortunate. I do think they're a very good team. Price wise, I think Cammy at 10,600 is always a good value. The dude is always beasting. He's always carrying the team. He's the best player in that team, no doubt. Secondly, I think Methods. Methods had a nasty 1v4 yesterday against the Paris Legion in one of the search games. And, it's things like that catch my attention because it lets me know these guys, these guys in the lower tier of players where they get priced at 6,200, and they've been in the league for a very long time, sometimes they get disrespected. They can post up points. They could return value on their price. Although Methods didn't really return value on his price yesterday, he was about the same price. But I really do think that if this match goes another 5 rounds, I think that maybe they can, if they win their hard points, they can get a lot of points. The reason Methods and maybe like the other players didn't get a lot of points was because they were losing their hard points, so they weren't doing too great on those games, and those are the games where you ideally have a chance to get more kills and therefore get more points. So I feel like Methods at 6,200 is a good value. I would never put him at cap because there's just so many other players that are way better at captain position. When I say cap, I mean captain position, by the way. But yeah, I feel like Methods and Cammy are the only 2 players I'm gonna be targeting from here. You could also target Kleenex. I just feel like at 8,800, I rather put my money somewhere else other than him. I feel like Methods and Cammy. Methods overall because he's like underrated. Like he really has a good upside. I feel. Bance at 7,800. I wouldn't really pick him, but really Cammy, Methods, Apathy, and Assault are my favorite picks from this matchup, or the 4 players that I would consider putting it into my lineups. That is just my opinion. Toronto's team prices 5,400 for the cap, and for the team position, the team flex position, the regular price is 3,600. So they are favored to win. As you can see, minus 245, slightly minus 245 in Call of Duty does not mean anything, especially because we're so new into the season. Like we don't know what's what. Like we're seeing teams getting upset left and right. Teams that are supposedly superior are getting 3-0'd by teams that are on paper very inferior. We don't know what's going on right now. So honestly, I don't even look at the odds. I just look at the talent of the team. And I see the prices. The prices is the important thing in DFS because sometimes players are disrespected and they're priced too low for their skill, basically, So for LAG, the captain team spot is 3,600. Nobody's ever gonna put teams in the cap position, like this low down in the pecking order. And the team position is 2,400 for regular. So yeah, I feel like the LA Guerillas have a chance to win. They can really win this game, and I feel like it's gonna be a great game. I feel like it might go, 4 or 5 rounds. Ultra's favored to win, obviously. but I do have faith in the LA Guerillas, so it's gonna be a great game to watch. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, keep checking up on the channel. I'll be providing more videos like this, specifically where I just break down one team, so that until I can get a new GPU, so I can just render everything together quickly. But other than that, thanks for watching.